Victor says Callie has stars in her eyes.
Ricky Martin. He is ruining our relationship.
But her blind date says she was the star.
Pamela Anderson would have been jealous.
Meanwhile, his blind date thought he was a knockout.
He looked like a small Oscar de la Hoya.
They all try to keep it real.
She has bleached hair. She's fake. Fake? What?
Now, will they be living la vida loca?
He will never go for her.
Or have a change of heart?
Welcome to Change of Heart. Now, like many couples, today's duo met one fateful evening at a nightclub. From the moment she walked in, he was awestruck by a vision in a tight leopard dress. Yes. However, she was rejecting every man in the place, so he had to find the courage and the right moves to approach her, and when he did, they danced the night away, and the rest is history. Now they've been together for about a year. Please welcome Victor Diaz and Callie Chowders. Welcome to the show. Victor, I got to ask you, over this past year that you guys have been together, is there anything that Callie's loved more, or, than you?
Yes. Ricky Martin.
Oh, this guy.
He is ruining our relationship.
Oh, my God.
She talks about him. I mean, it used to be Vic, 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 day in, day out, right? And then next thing you know, Ricky Martin makes it big. Boom, he's just like,
that's all about
Ricky.
Martin.
I'm like,
well, now, Callie, I'm thinking
Ricky.
you're not gonna. Chances are you're not gonna be leaving Victor for Ricky
it's not
Martin.
just Ricky Martin though. It's like
Now,
every
who else?
guy. Every guy. He's paranoid about every guy.
Really?
Wants me. Yes, he's so paranoid.
Anybody in specific, or just in general?
Just everybody. Even I was working at the mall one time, and he told me to quit my job because I'm a manager there, and I meet people day in and day out, and I'm supposed to be greeting people, and he got so angry he made me actually quit my job.
Victor.
No.
But Victor, does she do things though that makes you feel insecure? Is she doing anything that makes you feel that way?
Actually, yeah. I mean, at first it was like, we're all lovey-dovey. Nowadays, I have to ask for hugs and kisses, and she moans and raves about it. I mean, it's like,
okay,
I'm
we
like,
can't
can I get it?
No.
And she's just like,
no, we're arguing. We're constantly
like,
arguing day in and day out.
There must be some other times though you actually appreciate his attention and his efforts.
Yes, he's a total sweetheart when he wants to be. He's in the Marine Corps, and we hardly get to see each other, and we hardly get to talk. And he went overseas for a couple months, and it was gonna be our 6-month anniversary. Well, I hadn't talked to him, and I was thinking, oh, he'll probably forget. Well, I came home, and there was this big, huge bouquet of 2 dozen roses waiting for me.
He didn't forget anything.
He didn't forget at all.
Now, Victor, there's a lot of hard work and discipline to be a Marine. Does she admire that quality in you?
Man, I mean, she would just call me a dumbass because I'm in the military, right? And she's all, she would, I'm in college, right? So she constantly, day in, day out, corrects my English. I'd be trying to tell a story, this and that, in front of my friends, and she'd be like, hold on. And, she would correct my English, right?
I do it. I try to be,
well, you can tell me afterwards.
Callie, I was going to be a little bit embarrassed. I'm a macho Marine, and you're correcting his English.
Well, I try to be, started out, I would try to be kind of like, incognito about it, but it gets annoying. I ain't homeboy, this and that. It's a bunch of slang.
Now, Victor, you say she makes you feel a little stupid sometimes. How does she make you feel special, though?
Well, there'll be times where, I would go out to the field for like 30, 45 days, right? And she would come pick me up. It's nothing, it's like a sight to see. To see her come back and I see her blonde hair, blue eyes, just her smile is just so indescribable when she just smiles. She's like, hey, babe. I'm like, what's up, girl? Oh, it's indescribable to see.
Now, I can imagine, especially after all that time away. Now, Callie, was there a time over the past year where you guys almost called it quits, couldn't take it anymore?
Yes, we were driving in the car, and he had to be Mr. Big, Bad, Tough Marine, and he almost got us killed. This guy totally cuts us off, and he starts screaming and yelling out the window, trying to flip him off. The guy stops the car in the middle of the street.
Oh.
He could have had a gun. No, you never know. So
that's a dangerous situation you find yourself in. Here's another dangerous situation, Victor, because you care a lot about Callie. Why would you risk everything by coming on the show and do these dates?
Well, I do so much for her, and maybe there's somebody out there that can actually appreciate for what I do.
Yeah. All right, Victor's feeling a bit underappreciated. Now, while Callie was on her date, they left a message on one of our producers' answering machines. We happen to have that for you, so let's take a listen.
Hey, Christine, this is Sergio.
Callie.
And Serge. We were wondering, it's about 1:30?
Yes.
We're done with our date.
What do we do?
We were wondering, do we rent a room or do we go upstairs?
Do we rent a room or do we go upstairs? Did Sergio and Callie spend the night together? We're going to find out next, so stay tuned. asked us to find her a man who exhibits better scholastic skills than Victor, carries himself with confidence, and guess what? Looks like Ricky Martin. Well, we set her up with an educated Latin lover who says that he'll dance Callie right out of Victor's arms. Please welcome Sergio Regosa. Sergio, good to see you. You know Callie? Victor, let me get your opinion. You think Sergio has what it takes to swing her right out of your arms?
Hey, he looks like a monkey. I guess he can swing like one, right?
She's my bush.
Callie, what about you? What's the first thing you noticed about Sergio?
Well, actually, when we first talked on the phone, there was kind of a strike one. He called and told me that he had planned the whole entire date. I'm used to planning the date. I'm used to like wearing the pants in the relationship, so that was kind of a...
Now, and Sergio, did you know that was a problem right off the bat?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I actually took charge, decided where we're going to go for dinner and after hours.
And Sergio, when you picked her up, was she actually wearing pants?
Oh, no, she was wearing a really nice dress. Slit in the side, showing cleavage all over the place.
She was dressed to impress.
Oh, yes, she was. She was a lone star in the dark sky. Beautiful.
Does she remind you of anybody in particular?
Actually, Pamela Anderson. Just a small resemblance, but Pamela Anderson would have been jealous.
Very nice. And Callie, what about you? Were you dazzled by our Latin heartthrob that we found for you?
Yeah, he was really handsome. He was wearing a suit. He looked all GQ and yummy. Well, kind of like, well, when Victor wears a suit, he looks good, but he's got like the tie and the shirt going on. It's kind of like too much.
And Victor, have you ever heard that expression, oh my God, you look yummy?
Nah, not. Like I said, man, I'm underappreciated, so.
All right, Sergio, what did you have in store for your big date here with your superstar?
Actually, I thought we had dinner first, so we drove up the coast, went to a little Mexican restaurant. We got off the car, and people that just gathered just to watch her get out. It was fantastic.
It caused quite a scene just by pulling up.
Oh, I was breathtaking. I was honored.
Now, what about all this attention that she was getting? Because we know Victor sort of overreacts when other guys are looking at her.
Oh, I was honored. I was honored having all these people just look at her, and it was great. She was with me the whole time.
So, Callie, here you are. You're at a restaurant with Sergio. Any connection? Could you feel it coming on?
Yeah, we were waiting for a table, and we're standing by the bar, and he was kind of rubbing my shoulders, giving me this little massage thing going on. I usually don't let guys get too close to me on the first date, but it felt good, so I let him go ahead and do it.
Now, Sergio, obviously it's nice and romantic, but a lot of guys take a woman out to dinner. Did you do anything that made it special, though, more memorable?
Actually, I surprised her with a half a dozen bouquet of long-stem white roses.
And what was different about that in particular?
I had them delivered to the table.
He hadn't even met me yet. That was what was so sweet about it. He had already got flowers. He had no idea what it looked like, or I mean, he knew a little bit, but he didn't have to give me flowers. He didn't even meet me yet. It was really sweet.
It's kind of a nice touch, though. She's seated, and then they come over afterwards. And then, Callie, what about after you started to talk to him during dinner? Did you notice that he talked like a private or a professional?
There was none of the homeboy ghetto talk. He was more perfect, like pronunciation, grammar, everything. It was great. Yeah.
So you like that? Okay. Sergio, did you learn anything unusual about the two of theirs relationship?
He's very jealous with Ricky Martin, and I just don't know why. It's great for her to meet our idol. You know, I mean, what could happen?
Yeah, where's that going to go?
Exactly.
Now, what about Sergio, Callie? Did he have any of those Ricky Martin moves for you?
Oh yeah. The whole purpose of the day was to go salsa dancing because Victor never took me, and he actually teaches salsa dancing. So.
He was just turning 21, so I never got a chance to go around to it.
Not yet, anyway. Sergio, you dance like Ricky Martin. Do you think Callie could give Jennifer Lopez a run for her money?
Perfectly sexy. It's awesome. The whole time we were just dancing. She was like a perfect wave on my body. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Sounds like a good combination. Callie, you said, though, at the beginning he had one strike right off the bat. Did he ever come up and strike, again?
Actually, the second one was when we were waiting in line for the club, he realized he had changed his jacket, and he realized he had forgotten his ID in the car, and that's like the biggest pet peeve of mine. That is so annoying.
What, a guy with no ID?
Yeah, he has to go back to the car, and he left me kind of standing there in the line, but it was okay. He ran down there and got it real quick. Then the second we got in the club, the first thing he did was order a drink. And I don't drink whatsoever. I don't like going out with people that drink. So that was kind of, he wasn't heavily drinking, just a glass of wine or whatever, but I don't drink and I don't expect my boyfriend.
So Sergio, there you are with 3 strikes on you. Did you think that sort of limited the attraction that you had going on?
No, actually in the middle of the day we went up to the balcony and she leaned over to me. And I started kissing on her fingers and kissing on her shoulders.
Is that right?
So actually, there was a moment that I ended up sucking on her index finger.
Dang.
So, Callie, here's the answer that we've actually been waiting for, because we mentioned this earlier. I have a picture here of the two of you that night where you left that message on the answering machine. Did you guys ever get a room? What's the answer?
No, we didn't get a room. He walked me up to my door and we kissed just on the lips real quick. And but we did promise to go out on a vacation together, like skiing. So.
Oh, is that
Victor, did you know about a little skiing vacation that they were planning?
Oh, no, I had no idea.
At all.
So you cheated on me. Oh.
No, we didn't say that. Now, you're taking it a little bit too far. Hang on, though. Coming up next, we're going to find out what Victor bought his date that may make Callie have a change of heart. Stay tuned. Victor's date. Now, Victor asked us for a babe with breasts and brains. So we found Victor a bombshell. Those are Victor's words, not mine. We found him a woman with a bachelor's degree in beauty and promised us that Victor would have a better workout with her than at boot camp anytime. Please welcome Adriana Nahara. Adriana, good to see you. Callie, let me ask you, what kind of workout do you think Adriana needs?
She could go back to boot camp training for a little while.
Adriana, is this the first time you've seen Victor since you guys had your date?
No, it hasn't. About 2 days later, after our date, he called me up that he wanted to see me again, and he wanted to take me shopping. So we headed up to the mall, and he bought me this dress.
Very nice. Now, Callie, how does that make you feel, though? She's wearing a dress that your boyfriend bought her.
Well, that's funny because, I have dresses like that and he can't handle it when guys look at me and that kind of thing. So obviously guys weren't looking at her as much in it or something.
Adriana, since you agreed to see him a second time, obviously you must have enjoyed yourself the first time.
Oh, yes. As soon as I opened the door, because he picked me up from work, as soon as I opened the door, he looked like a small Oscar de la Hoya, really cute. He had a beautiful smile.
And Victor, were you just as excited when you first saw her?
Oh yeah, I pulled up and I looked over to my left. I was like, dang, who's that? She's beautiful, right? And I was like, is that her? And I pulled over, and I was like, and she waved me down. I was like, Adriana? I was like, yes. I was just happy. I took her over to her car and she went to go get her dress, and she bent over, she went to go get her purse. I was like, wow, right?
Hello.
And we were driving, and then I looked over, I just couldn't help to see, and I was like, wow, right? She just.
Now, Adriana, what about you? Anything about Victor that actually disappointed you?
Yes. He had on jeans and tennis shoes, and I was a little bit overdressed for that, and I didn't really like that.
He was a little too casual.
He dresses up for me.
Victor, earlier you said about Callie, it likes to attract a lot of attention from other guys. Did Adriana sort of be, act the same way, or?
Oh no, she wasn't trying. She just wore a nice little summer dress. Like Callie, she has to show cleavage, like he was saying, cleavage and this and that. So she wants to be the center of attention. She tapes up her boobs and everything just hanging out. It's like why you even trying?
That's what attracted him. That's what got his eyes.
It's like, why are you even trying? Let's just do our own thing. We don't need all that extra attention, It gets old after a while. At first I liked it, but after a while it's like,
Adriana, let me get your opinion. Do you think Victor's kind of accurate about his description of Callie?
Yes. When I saw a picture of her, actually, and the first thing I said, she has bleached hair. She's fake.
No.
Fake? What?
Adriana, what about, did Victor give you any insight on how she treats him in their relationship?
Yes. She said she ignores him, and she doesn't pay any attention to him, and she's not affectionate enough. Now, if he was with me, I would hug him and kiss him all the time.
If you're not in an argument that goes on for
Victor,
months.
does Callie appreciate any of the efforts that you put forward?
Oh man, like I said before, I do anything for this girl. She told me to run, I would say how far. She told me to jump, I'd say how high. And she would say, would tell me what to buy, and I'll say, or she would tell me to buy me this. I said, what else do you want?
Right.
You know, I would do anything.
Well, Victor, let's talk about your date with Adriana. I understand you took her to a romantic restaurant. How was the conversation? Kind of steamy?
Yeah, well, I told her about, you know, I have a high sex drive, right? And she was telling me a little bit about what she used to do, a little kinkiness, what she used to do with her ex-boyfriend. I was like, ooh, Callie don't do that.
Now, Victor, dinner with Adriana different from Callie in what ways?
In what way? Dinner with Adriana? Oh, man, she is appreciative. I mean, I was being a gentleman that the way I am. I do a lot of things. She'd say please and thank you and everything. And like with Callie, I mean, she was just like, she expects it, you know? It's just, she's just like, there was one time where I forgot to open the door, you know, for her to get in my truck. One time. And she was like, aren't you gonna get my door? And she just blew it totally. I'm like, what? Sorry,
Adriana, what about Ricky Martin? Did that ever become a topic of conversation between the two of you since he's such a topic of theirs?
Yes, it did. After dinner, we went to the beach and we walked into a store where they had a lot of pictures. And he came up. And personally, I don't know what the problem is because, first of all, that's high school stuff. I mean, you get obsessed over a guy in high school, you know? And second of all, Victor, he will never go for her. Okay, so you don't have nothing.
That's what you think.
That's because she's too busy with me.
Not to worry, huh? Victor, that makes Victor feel better. Victor, I understand also that you guys went dancing.
Yes.
Anything you missed about Callie when you guys were out?
Well, I must admit, I mean, Callie, every time she dances, I mean, I miss her little sexy dance. I mean, she just dances, you know, sexy when she dances. Adriana, she dances all right.
And you didn't get that? Now, did that ruin the rest of the date at that point or no?
Oh, not at all. No, we went, you know, we were done with the club and we were going back to my truck and we were just, you know, on the way back. And we just kept looking at each other back and forth and, you know, I just, you know, giving her the eye, she's giving back to me. And, you know, I took her to her car and, you know, I looked at her, I wanted to give her a kiss bad. I wanted to bad because she's just so beautiful. And I was like, nah, you know, because I don't kiss girls on the first date because I'm the gentleman like that. So.
Yeah, but you know what? I got to ask you this, Victor. That's nice that you're a gentleman and all. But now that you know what Callie and Sergio did on their date, do you kind of wish you might have made an exception there?
No, because I don't like to rush into things, you know. I just like to take a minute.
All right, that's fair enough. Will Callie's overt affection with Sergio or Victor's generosity with Adriana give this couple a change of heart? We're going to find out next, so stay tuned. Show now is the big moment that we've all been waiting for because we want to get their decisions. And Victor, we found you a woman to appreciate him rather than actually take him for granted. That's the way he's been feeling. Callie met a man who likes to show her off, not shut her up. Well, and they both had incredible dates. But will Victor and Callie continue to make history, or will they part their ways here? Callie, we're going to get your decision first. You guys have been together for just about a year, but to satisfy that Ricky Martin fetish that you had, we set you out with Salsa Sergio here. You guys had a really good time. You had some kissing at the end. What's your decision?
Well, I had a wonderful time with Sergio. We had so much fun. But to tell you the truth, I was thinking about Victor the whole time we were on the date. And so I'm going to try to appreciate Victor more and stay together.
Stay together. Sergio, sorry things didn't work out for you. Okay. Victor. Now, Victor, you said you wanted somebody that would definitely appreciate you. We sent you out with Adriana. You guys clicked pretty well. You had a really nice date. In fact, you had two of them. What's your decision?
Well, Callie, I mean, I love you with all my heart. I mean, you're definitely, you know, like no other, but I'm going to have to say change of heart. Because something about you, Callie, is just things will never change. So.
You didn't feel like it would ever. And Adriana, is that okay for you?
That's fine with me.
And that works for you. All right. Well, Victor, good luck. Hopefully you've got somebody that's going to appreciate you more. And hopefully, Callie, you've learned something about relationships and you'll have a better luck next time with your situation. That is our show for today. Thanks to Callie and Sergio. Good luck to Adriana and Victor. We'll see you next time on Change of Heart.